Do these ads make you want to become involved in politics? Maybe you just want to go out there and vote. It's because their eye is so terribly evil. If you ever got elected, it'd be the end of Canada as we know it. If you're like me, then probably not. Here in Edmonton, in my hometown of Jasper, everywhere across Canada, party politics is ruining politics. You can't turn the TV on around election time, even between elections, without seeing some party hack telling you why the Conservatives are so great or the Liberals are so bad. All these ads do is turn people off from politics, not encourage them to become involved in the political process. So what can we as Canadians do about this? Well, I have an idea. My name is Graeme Ireland, 20 years old, a third-year political science student at the University of Alberta, and I think it's high time Canadians got rid of political parties. Alienation has been an issue since at least Confederation. Maritime alienation, Western alienation, voter, Aboriginal, Northern alienation, you name it, we've got it. Some groups simply lack the numbers, lack the political capital to make any real difference in Ottawa. Elected MPs profess, and try, to represent the best interests of their constituents. And time again, the best efforts are thwarted by the great bane of Canadian politics, party solidarity. MPs are all too often forced to ignore their constituents' wishes and toe the party line. Party whips call the shots. Failure to follow party discipline leads to exposure from caucus. Exposure from caucus leads to political death for MPs. And it's not much better for voters. When MPs show more interest in party fortunes than in the welfare of those they represent, voters become increasingly cynical and apathetic. They believe, with justification, that the system is corrupt, that their vote simply just doesn't matter. So they withdraw. Politics isn't relevant. It isn't about good governance. It's about what's best for the party. As I said, party politics is ruining politics. So let's scrap them. All of them. Away Conservatives, begone Liberals, so long NDP and Bloc, goodbye Greens, goodbye and good riddance to all, even the rhinos, so I give them mad props for trying. Instead, let's have truly independent MPs in the manner of municipal governments. Each constituent would elect one person to represent them. From among these independent MPs, they would elect from among themselves the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. The Commons would be accountable to the nation, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet accountable to the House. Individual MPs would matter, would really matter. Voters would matter. And no more games, no more brinkmanship, no more calling of elections when circumstance appears to favor the governing party. Fixed date elections, and no motions of non-confidence. The Prime Minister would always have the confidence of the House. A majority of MPs would determine government policy and action, but that majority would be shifting day by day. The government could actually govern in the best interests of the nation, rather than in the best interests of the party. Gone would be the partisan politics of the past. Unlikely, impossible, unrealistic you might say? Not at all. Existing parties already recognize the truth, that they serve only themselves. They've given themselves away. Just look at how often traditional parties try to score political points by acting non-partisan. But by just trying to take credit for non-partisan politics, they have shown the inherent failure of the party system. If partisan politics is so great, and really it is, then why not practice it all the time? Why only when it looks convenient for the party? It's nonsense. So let's can the parties. Without them, individual MPs would be free to truly represent their constituents. No MPs would waste their efforts in opposition. Instead, all MPs would be contributing members of the government. They might oppose some measures, but based on their view of the merits, not on the party that came up with the idea. It would be the beginning of the end of voter alienation, the beginning of the end of political apathy, the end of partisanship and pork barreling, the beginning of the Canada I want to see. Sound radical and far-fetched? No way. Strength and conviction is all it takes. An idea and commitment. That's what politics should be about. Sticking to principle, doing the right thing for the right reasons, and being able to take a chance. So take a chance now. Join me. Let's give power back to the people, because the party is over.